So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live workshop. Welcome here. Please put in the comment before you answer the question what surf level you are. Please comment if you can hear me loud and clearly and everything works. Oh, but I'm gonna close the camper. More privacy, guys. Okay, guys. Amazing that you're all here, that you joined, that you took some time for your own surf progress to learn more about surfing and about wave reading. So the whole topic today is about green waves. By the way, if you're new to this live workshop, educational platform here in YouTube. I'm Daniel. I'm ISA2 surf coach, and I'm the founder together with Flo, with the Surf Companions. We have already, you might know it already, beginner one and intermediate out, and some online courses. But this live workshop, I love to do it because I coach more than 10 years and I want to progress your surfing. And a big topic is, of course, wave reading, because the better you read waves, the better surfer you become. So let me quick in the comments below, in the chat, just write quick. First of all, super cool. Just click if you're intermediate, beginner, or advanced deluxe surfer. It's always interesting to know. And if you can hear me loud and clearly with the microphones and going on here, everything, give me a thumbs up. And where you're from, let me know. It's always super interesting because, we're international. I'm German, but I speak several languages, and I'm at the moment in South France live. So, yeah. We just wait one more minute and then we go straight into the wave reading. By the way, why we do this live? Super simple. You can ask questions, especially at the end. So I will leave a lot of time for you guys to ask live questions. I will answer them live. You already asked me some questions, which I will answer also at the end of the video, but I will give you some active tips which you can use to read better waves, to be a better surfer. Okay, Vanessa says hi, Florian, and good evening from, Thomas, get wet soon. Just got off a call from him. Amazing, cool. Hearing you perfect. Nice, beautiful microphone is working. I'm super happy. Okay, I have the beautiful whiteboard here. Let's do some crazy stuff. By the way, you can share this link to your friend, which you think, to your surf buddy, which think, okay, cool, you have to watch this guy, learn some surfing here. By the way, if you don't know, I live full-time in my Surf Companions van. I travel and I coach along the European coastlines. I'm in contact with all the different surfers and coaches. And this summer, I didn't do the live workshops because I was really busy working in a surf camp. And we even had our first Surf Companions retreat, which was about advanced coaching with video analysis and to progress your individual coaching. But this is general knowledge which helps you amazing and gives you a lot of tips in the water in your next surf session, which you can immediately use. So before we get into wave understanding, wave reading, you have to know there are two things. There's something which you can do outside of the water. By the way, give me a thumbs up if we should just start. There are already 17 people. I love it. 18 people. You can do something outside of the water. It's like mirrored, and you can do something inside. Okay, in and out. I will teach you everything which you can do outside of the water to read better the waves, to understand better, and I show you all the tricks and active things you can do in the water. Okay, so first of all, to make this clear, today is all about wave reading, catching more and better green waves. Great work with the simple trick. Oh, cool. Nice. Simple trick. Super cool. We just start. Come on, guys. You're here. You're live. So the other ones can watch the review, but they cannot ask questions like you. Let's start with this beautiful whiteboard. First of all, to know, when you come, we just make it a real life scenario. If you go to your next surf session and you want to understand the waves better, instead of just warming up and go in there, you probably had that. I did all the mistakes you can imagine. You just come to a surf spot and you just go in there. Instead of, and this is what you can do already outside, is a spot check. Why is a spot check? Yeah, it's not only important to know the safeties. Oh, there's a rock. Oh, there's my friend filming me, whatever. No, there is something really important in the spot check you should do beforehand, and this is the following. So outside the water, you stand on the beach. This is you standing on the beach. Oh yeah, looking, and hear beautiful waves coming. So what you definitely should check, by the way, guys, take notes. There should be at least 1 or 2 really cool tips from me. That's why we left also space in the books in the back. Put the notes, everything you learn in here. We're not back in school, but it's about your surfing. Put it in. And put in your phone, whatever, take notes. So because in between I will say probably something which you can use in your next surf session. So you stand and you look in the ocean. So we call it a surf spot, a spot check. Yeah, a spot check. Because you check every single time. It's important every single time before you go into the water. Why? Because every day the waves are different. So here's nature, here are we, but we have to adapt every single time we go surfing. So here we comes. Imagine you stand on the beach and you look into the ocean and the waves are coming. So what could we check standing? Not actively in the water, outside. So we're standing on the beach or the rocks or the cliff, whatever. And we could definitely check, for example, the crowd. So the people who are actually in the water. It has nothing really to do with wave reading, but it comes in a second. So the crowd. So how many people are in the water and what kind of surfboard they surf. For example, everyone is with a longboard in. And do they catch with the longboard the waves? Yes. Paching. There are also some shortboarders in with a really short board. They don't catch any wave with a shortboard. Bim. So the wave for the session is more like a longboard wave. So you can already know from this anticipation about looking actively on the beach, oh, wait a second, if there are only longboarders in, they catch waves. There are also shortboarders in, they don't catch any wave. I think I have the wrong equipment when you're standing with your shortboard. Makes sense? I never asked myself this question when I started surfing because I just went in with the board I had. What you have to control over is your equipment. So you can choose which board. If it's too small, take a bigger board. It sounds so simple, but a lot of people, a lot of students don't do that. So first of all, if you're standing outside, hello. Oh, Vanessa says hello, super cool. Yep, cool. By the way, guys, if you have questions in between, put it in the chat. I'm going to read everything. So you can check the crowd. The first one is who's catching wave, what kind of board they have. Boom. What you should also check is where is the crowd positioning. So the position of the people, especially, and now I underline it 2 times, of good surfers. Yeah. So you have a look which one of those people in the crowd already, like in the water, near the beautiful waves, which ones are catching waves? Are there a lot? Are there only 3 people? And what's the difference positioning wise? Where are the 3 good people? Oh, they're always a little bit on the right. They paddle a little bit against their current. What you should check as well is there current, Strömung. Yeah, current. Why is that important? Imagine you wouldn't do a surf check and you would just go into the water. Means you're like, drifting away, but you didn't notice because you didn't check beforehand. Yes, you would be out of position, wouldn't have catch good waves because you're not at the right place. So you could check that beforehand. Check the crowd. If the crowd, when you look from the standing point from the beach, look if the crowd is moving. If they're already moving, you're like, bing, I'm smart. We have current. So instead of going in here where you want to surf, here are the waves coming. No, you go in here and then drift, surf. Go out maybe again. In France, you have a lot of current usually, depending on the sandbank. Yeah, just do a round. Or when you see, for example, good surfers catching a nice wave on a point break, and they go like this. Yeah, do the same. So orientate yourself, position yourself with good surfers. First, analyze what they do. Always orientate yourself on people who catch waves. Obviously, if there is no one in, because it's first light, it's beautiful, there's no real good surfers in, maybe you're the best surfer in the lineup, then, of course, they should orientate and position yourselves with you. but it comes more in with the active part here. Once again, we first part are outside. We are not in the water yet. You're standing on the beach or on the cliff. So you're looking, spot check. Okay, cool. I check the crowd. Oh yeah, there are 3 good people. They have nice equipment. I have the same board. Ka-ching. But now it comes more into wave reading. Yes, we can read the waves already from outside. What can we read? We can read if there are sets. I hope you might know, I saw already like 46% are a beginner, something like that. Statistic shows me, still counting. If you're a beginner, by the way, is there any vocabularies? Let me know. Schönen Grüßen von Carol. Oh, nice, cool. Sets are, you have to see it more like this. Waves are coming in families, in packs. For example, 4 or 5 bigger waves. And then there are like small waves in between. They're not so powerful, smaller. And then comes another pack. We call those kind of packs, we call sets. Can you check it on the beach? Yes, you can. So what I recommend every single student of mine, if you do a spot check, at least do it a few minutes. Yeah, not just go there like, oh, it's flat, and then you go again. No, just wait a few minutes, because maybe it just happens that you look in a set break. Set break means when only the small ones are coming through, and you think like, I'm catching my longboard, it's too small, I don't like it. Imagine you would have waited 2 more minutes, a bigger set would come, and you would recognize, oh shit, that is shoulder high. I can go for my fish, mid-length or whatever, short board. Okay, so check the sets of the wave and what is the break in between. So if there's a set break, you always know in your head, okay, I go out, there must be a set break coming. Does it make sense? I hope I'm not too fast or too slow. So check the sets and the set breaks. For example, you're standing on the beach, again, checking the waves. You check the crowd. Okay, who's taking board? With what kind of board? They check the waves. Good surfers. Oh, they're positioning themselves there. You check the current. Oh, the current is a little bit to there, so I go out there. You check the sets. If there are sets, for example, the biggest waves, the set waves, we call them the set wave. Those are the waves you orientate yourself on. So this is your fixing waves. Those are the fun ones. Those are the waves you want to have. I also give you another quote, go big or go home. So take the big ones. Yeah, they're more fun. They're more open and more energy. So check if there are biggies coming through in the big sets. In between, you should also check are there set breaks. If there are set breaks, the cool thing about that one is you always know, cool, I have time in between to paddle out. Make sense so far? Of course, check the safeties with the spot check, but I'm more focusing on the wave reading part to understand the waves better. It's getting pretty warm here in France. Tomorrow is 30 degrees. Crazy shit. Okay, we keep going. Do you have any questions so far right now? Let me know really quick. Spot check. Is there anything you didn't understand, or is everything clear? Give me a thumbs up if everything is clear, because then we continue. Because the more fun part is obviously what you have to do in the water when you're actually surfing. So the part from outside the surf spot, the spot check, is preparation. Perfect, Paulina. Nice. Hey, Paulina is again here. I think it's the same Paulina like the other workshops. How to check the current when you're alone on the beach. Oh, that's a good one. Raphael. Raphael is alone on the island. Hashtag secret spot. No one is there. He traveled thousands of miles to be alone there. And how to check current. Yes, there is a possibility. Usually you look at the surface of the water. Sometimes you can see it. There's a lot of water movement. The second thing you can spot current is usually there are no waves breaking. When there are no waves breaking, usually it's exactly the spot where the current is pulling out again. I show you from above. Imagine the waves coming in here. Here is the beach. The water has to travel somewhere, and it's usually in between, here or here. If it would be a cliff here, a 200-meter cliff, like really up, then the only possibility is really strongly here in front, because here's the beach, or really in here. How to spot it is, usually there are no waves breaking. Yes, there are no waves breaking. Usually it has also a different color, yeah, because the water is deeper, because you need some underground where the waves are breaking over. So different color. You see a bit of wrinkles on the water, and usually you can be sure, especially with current. Everyone, I hope to remember this. Please remember that with current, the current could be dangerous, but if you know what I'm showing you now, you use it wisely, because the bigger the waves, yeah, it's a really weird wave, the bigger is the stroming current and so on. But the smaller the waves, the less current we have. Okay, I hope that makes sense. By the way, grab your favorite drink. I drink water. Rafael, was that clear? So if you're at your secret spot totally alone and there's nobody border drifting away, then use that tip and look for different color for like wrinkles. Can I see rip current? Usually the current is underneath in the water, but you can be sure when you have big waves at the spot, relax tube, different, when you have big waves, the water has to go somewhere. That's why you always have some current, especially when you have big waves. Spray. How can you recognize the rip on beach with large sandbanks? The large sandbanks, wait, I'll show you quick. We go in detail already, guys. Amazing. I love this chat. That's why I'm doing this live. When you have a really big sandbank, for example, there's the beach, and it's like really big like this, there is usually every time that water has to go somewhere, especially here, like it's getting pulled out. When there are big waves, really big waves, sometimes because the sandbank is so big, it's even pulling here already to the side. Yeah, so it has to go somewhere. It's not that obvious because there's so massive waves coming in. Yeah, but with this big, imagine you have a big sandbank, which is nice. Sandbank is nice, but the swell is smaller. Swell is, by the way, the energy who is traveling from the ocean. Yeah, we call them the swell energies. We have a big sandbank, but we have smaller swell. It's not so much waves. You don't have to worry about. There's a little bit of current, maybe this way, yeah, or a little bit out here, but it's not as strong. But when they have massive waves, you get even dragged. If you enter here the waves or here, you get dragged to the right and the left like instantly. Trust me. So if it's really big, be careful and check longer the spot check. So what I said. So spot check longer when they're bigger waves. I hope that makes sense. Was that an answer for your question? And where can I enter the sea if I see a current? Should I use it in my favor or just avoid it? Vanessa can also ask already on Instagram a question, which I'm going to ask later. Really good question. You have to remember, we surfers are lazy, but efficient. So we are lazy, efficient persons. What happens to the current could be dangerous if you don't know what to do, but we use it in our favor. So let's see here in France, for example, still the beach. We have the sandbank, woo, and the waves are breaking over here. What I said is the current, the stroming, is obviously going here to the sides. Yeah. But we as surfer, we want to be here in the lineup to surf beautiful waves to the right and left. So if we want to end up here for surfing purpose, the easiest, lazy, but most effective way to come there is with using the current. Of course, if you want to end up here, that's why a spot check is so important. That's why I said when there's current, yeah, and you see, oh, there's a current out there, and everyone is a little bit moving to the south, for example, just go a little bit in here, use the channel. You can almost go with dry hair out, like me always, and then you end up in the lineup. Make sense, Vanessa? So use the channel in your favor. But if you use the channel, look at this way, for example. If the sandbank is really shaped like this, yeah, you want to end up here surfing. you obviously have to use this kind of channel. It's easier instead of paddling here out around and then against we call it the lateral current, because the whole ocean is, especially in South Africa, usually moving a little bit from north to south because of the Gulf Streamline. Okay, this goes really into details about currents now, but I hope you understood. Use it wisely, obviously. Especially, I was actually yesterday at a beautiful point break, and it looked a bit like this. Now you understand it. Here was cliff and stones, and the wave was beautiful breaking, like here. Woohoo! This is the white water, and here's Vanessa surfing. Yoo-hoo! Yeah. Here's the beach. Obviously, the hardest thing to paddle out is through Vanessa here, boom, 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 getting smashed along the way. Surfers are what? Lazy, but efficient. So we just paddle around. So paddle around here. We get a little bit of current here. We can see Vanessa. We can cheer like, whoa, Vanessa, nice wave. And you see here your friend Steve and Peter, woohoo. And then you're at the point, and then you surf. Okay. This is the most easiest way. Why? You're not in the way of anyone, and you can go out with dry hair. Okay, we talk a lot about currents, but I love the question. I hope you understood it. Let's go back to what we did outside, but now I show you the beautiful parts, what we can do inside, in the water, actively. So I told you outside, write everything down, by the way, take notes. Outside are the spot check, the crowd current, and so on, which makes you automatically better reading waves. Second one I want to give you is following. There are different shapes of surfing, waves, different shapes of waves. Some waves are really steep, like ba-bam. You see that? A really heavy lip, almost barreling. There's a nice peeling wave, like a little bit of white water, woohoo! Looks more like a longboard wave. Yeah. From the front, you have also different shapes, like this one. It's really peaky. Yeah. From the front, when you look to the front. When the same wave is a bit like this, so there's almost, let's say almost no shoulder. By the way, if you don't know what a shoulder peak anatomy and so is, we have everything, obviously. I'll show you quick in the book. Maybe that makes more sense. Because, why do I show you that? When you look at the waves, and that comes really into the active wave reading now, when you see a wave like this, so more pointy, more peaky, then just look it up. When it's very peaky, this part of the shoulder still needs time to build up. Okay, once again, by the way, everyone who's already intermediate, really important part now. When you see a wave form like this, and you can see it already with the spot check, but later in the water as well, when it's really peaky, like we also call it the A frame, because it's like an A, then this part of the shoulder, when this broke already, needs time to build up and break. So you have more time before the shoulder will break. Now it comes. When there's almost no shoulder, you see that? You know now, even from looking from the front, it will be a really fast wave, because the wave will break really fast. Because the shoulder is almost as high as the peak already, and the peak is breaking. So you have only the best maneuvers you should use with that kind of wave is speed, because you know, wait a second, the shoulder is really high. Wow, this almost looks like a closeout. A closeout means like when the wave is totally closing out at once. Closeout means if the whole if the whole wave is like the same length, which is actually not even one peak. The peak is like the length of the wave. We call it a closeout. But imagine we have a little bit of shoulder, then you know from now on that wave will break really, really quick. So what kind of maneuver? Speed generation. Because a lot of people don't know that, and they just go into the water and say like, today I'm going to train on my cutback, or today I do a deep bottom turn. I want to train my bottom turn. But if the wave you serve and the wave you checked on the spot check is not there to do a proper bottom turn, then you choose the wrong maneuver for the wrong wave. Okay, write it down. That's the most important. I got the most progress once I understood that, because now I always adapt to the wave, and my maneuvers and my equipment, I adapt always to the wave instead of today I want to train on my cutback. Yeah, if there's no shoulder, beautiful shoulder to do a cutback, then you just fall or do crazy stuff. It doesn't work, and it would not progress your surfing. I hope you understood it. Give me a quick thumbs up. You have to analyze waves and think about maneuvers that are possible at each section. Yeah, exactly. Did you just summarize what I said? Yeah, exactly. Simple Rick said it here in the text again. You have to analyze the waves. So the biggest two parts I want to give you are those ones, because what kind of maneuver should we use a wave like this, with a wave like this? When it's more peaky, I established, or I said, that the shoulder still needs some time. So what kind of maneuver you can use is, I have time. So I go down, I do a bottom turn, and in that time, I did a nice bottom turn, combo switch and hold, page 38 in an intermediate surf campaign. This shoulder will be high and will be directly in the pocket, ba-bam, and you smash the lid. Yeah, okay. Without the sound, but you know what I mean. So deep bottom turn, boom, and you're up. Or if you're more kind of, I love to surf mid-length and fish, and so I love speed. So when you know, okay, this kind of wave is really flat after really short time, because it has a really peaky wave, you can do one speed bump, but then you know, wait a second, it's flattened out. And what kind of maneuver can? Simple Rick. I give the answer already. If it's flat, like wave reading wise, if this is flat in the wave, cut back. Okay, so if it's flat, cut back. Cut back means you drive out the wave face and you come back to hit the white water. It's almost like an 8. Yeah, then it's a roundhouse cutback, but not so much into details. The only thing you have to know is, if it's flat, cut back. Yeah, if it's too fast, you should generate speed. Let's look at about this wave. Like we said, when the shoulder is really high, generate speed, and maybe the last section, you all guys go for the air, of course. You like speed, woohoo, air, like Vanessa, or you go, whoa, floater. Okay, so only those two things. Write it down, make a screenshot, whatever, to understand it. Because, by the way, we're developing right now a new section in the 4th. It will take some time, but in the 4th edition of the intermediate one, which we give you a little bit more of a wave reading section. But here you learn it live from me. Okay, which is, I think, cooler. But only that you know that we are still like progressing our books as well. By the way, we are really also busy with a longboard companion. By the way, maybe, so many by the ways, write down if you're a longboarder. Maybe you're a longboarder. Write me down. Write down in the comments really quick what kind of surfboard you surf the most, or which you love to surf the most. Let me know quick, because we go more into things you could do actively in the water. So I established already, okay, the spot check out, there are different forms of waves, but now I give you even some active stuff which you can use. Longboarder? Vanessa is longboarder. Cool. You're going to love our longboard companion, because I go so much in depth. I'm going to show you my longboard. Come on. Look at this. This is my beauty. A 9/8 shape. Wow. Beautiful. I love it. If it's tiny summer waves, I grab my 9.0. Nice. So we have some people who have grabbed longer boards already. Favorite drink? Let's talk about more active stuff we can do. Get excited. 7.6 torque. Amazing. 7.6. Oh, nice. I have a 7.6 mid-length. Okay. Let's go more into the active stuff. Imagine you just did the spot check and you establish, okay, there is kind of we have sets. Yeah, the sets are like shoulder to head high. Yeah, but in between there's totally flat. Usually when you have a higher period means the difference between one wave, one wave till the other wave comes again, we call period. It's measured in seconds. You can actually stand on the beach and like measure like 21, 22, 23. The difference we call the period. If you have a higher period, so that it takes a long time to come, around 10, everything above 9, 10 seconds is really good. Yeah. So imagine you have a good swell, good energy, good waves coming in, beautiful lines, maybe slightly offshore. If you don't know what it is, page 10 in our beginner. No, joking. Look it up. So offshore means like wind from the land into the waves, which makes the waves so perfect. Okay, so imagine you have perfect waves. You establish, okay, there are some surfers which they can surf actively in the water. You already have prepared. You know already what will come in the water, which makes you automatically a better surfer if you do the spot check beforehand. I will have first surf session ever in October and at Thomas retreat. Vanessa, cool. I might see you, Vanessa, because I might do a theory lesson at the retreat with Thomas. Super cool. Longboarder, looking forward. Paulina, retreat. Yes, cool, Vanessa. We have a lot of Vanessas here, I have the feeling. Or is it one? No, Vanessa and Canosso. Steve. Cool. Video is freezing a bit or just here. Guys, you can still see me and hear me loud and clearly. Just check the internet. Yeah, should be fine. Cool. If you have problems, let me know. The video quality could be a little bit off. I'm still saving some money for a beautiful webcam. Maybe my Integrate Chica Marieke. Integrate Chica. Everything fine. When I say everything fine, cool. Okay, imagine, doesn't matter which board you have, we just entered the water. Okay, in your mind, we just enter the water. You paddled out, beautiful in the channel. You're smiling at everyone. Hello, hello. So how to read the waves better and to spot the good waves from the smaller ones in the water, I'll show you now. So we're in the lineup. Yeah, this is the lineup. There are like the other surfers crowd. Only Rafael is lonely on a hashtag secret spot. The waves are coming in here. Boom, 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 boom. Here it's already white water. And here's the beach. Okay. You're somewhere here out. To spot the good waves is the following. We start with number 1. Trust me, guys. I didn't do it, but if you do it, your progress in surfing will be like, wait for the set waves. Means go big or go home. Means it has only advantages. Go big means the biggest waves of the day, means set waves. Why? The set waves break already here in the lineup because they are thick, they have depth. That's why they break at the lineup point. So when you catch a wave at the lineup, you have a longer ride. Yes, you can surf from here till here. When you catch a smaller wave, which comes in between the sets, yeah, the smaller waves, because they are not as big as the big ones, they don't have so much depth. Means they break a little bit closer to the beach. So the smaller ones break maybe around here. Yeah, smaller waves. What happens is, to catch the smaller waves, you have to paddle a little bit more inside. We call it the inside. What happens is, if your timing is bad, then you get smashed by the big ones. Give me a thumbs up if you ever got smashed by a big set. Yeah, it's not cool, because rule number 1 in surfing is look awesome. It doesn't look awesome if you get smashed by a big set. So what I want to tell you is the following. Actively in the water, we wait for the big sets. Trust me, guys. If you checked already, sure. If you checked already on the spot, you did the spot check and you saw already there are set waves coming, they are shoulder high. If you checked already on the beach, in the water, it stays the same. So wait for the sets. I did a mistake. I went out into the lineup next to each other, smiling. I feel like surfing. And I paddled for everything, which moved a little bit. But then I was exhausted after 20 minutes because I paddled for why I don't catch any wave. And the good surfers were like sitting around, chilling, chatting, smiling, ha ha ha. Yeah, no one told me that. So, of course, I got more coachings and my license, whatever. And I learned for myself, like, wait a second. So actively, you should always wait for the big ones because you have more fun, longer ride, and you don't get smashed in between. The second is the first active thing you should do. But now it comes. How can you spot the good ones? From outside, it's sometimes easier because you're at the spot. You're looking from the beach, like, oh, those are big lines coming. First tip is look at the horizon. Yeah. Not just look like next to you, like the next wave. No. Look further, like vision, like anticipation. This is an eye looking. Yeah. Anticipate what will happen in the next 7, 8 waves. And now it comes. The second tip is even more important because the wave is bigger, more height, more thicker usually. The light, I think you usually surf when there's some light outside. Yeah. The light will also break differently through the wave, which makes a darker color. Okay. So the wave which approaches have usually darker colors comparing to the smaller waves. So when there's a small wave coming like this, oh, there's a small peak coming, it's maybe like that, a smaller wave. Look at the horizon and check if there, yes, simple trick, dark lines. If it's behind there, like a bigger wave coming, and it is a little bit darker. Trust me, guys, they exist. And now it comes. Where do you want to take off in surfing? Always at the peak. And it's the same with the rule to spot the big ones. The highest point of the wave is also where the darkest color is. So around here. Sometimes you notice it goes like this and then it's not so dark anymore. So have a look next time you go surfing. Spot the darker color. Yeah, the peak and the bigger waves to spot the good ones. Because we established, go big or go home. You have more fun, you have a set wave, and that therefore more progress. Make sense? Do you have questions so far to this active thing you can do? Whee! About reading the waves. 2 more things I have to teach you. I need more toilet paper. Here we go. 2. Let me know. That's why we live. I love to be live. It's true. It's real. You have real questions. Nice. Cool. Okay. By the way, I have a present for you guys at the end of the live workshop. It's not so long anymore because you can ask questions as well. I will also answer. But I still have 2 things you can actively do. The one, are you ready? Of course you're ready. You're still here. So the first one is position yourself next to the good surfers. Yeah, we have the good surfers here again. I always avoided them. I was always at the shoulder, like away from them. And then I always said, oh yeah, maybe there's a wave coming towards me. It never does. Yeah, you have to go to the ocean. Nature here, we are here. So you have to go to the peak. You have to go to the big ones. The cool thing is the experienced surfer, the good surfers, they know where to go. They have better wave reading skills. So why not sitting next to them or close to them? I'm not meaning like, hey, Daniel from Surf Companions told me to be next to you. No, just be close to them or imitate what they're doing, where they're sitting, if they're going more in, more outside, etc. Any tips on positioning? Great content. Yeah, this is what I'm saying about positioning. So the first positioning active tip is stay close to a nice friendly local or like a good surfer. Yeah, imitate him. Once I did that, my surfing went to the roof. Trust me, guys, because I recognize, like, why is he paddling suddenly out? Because he saw a big set coming already at the ocean, at the horizon. Because then I imitated the same, and I was at perfect position. Maybe not for the first or second set wave, but for the third or fourth, because the good one took the second maybe, and you had the third one or the fourth. What? So trust me, guys. Go big or go home. Follow a friendly local. Yeah. It's not always locals, but a good surfer who catches constantly wave. And about wave reading. And my last tip for you guys is actively in the water. We're still in the water. We're surfing right now in a surf session. Is the following. Are you ready? Of course you're ready. Vanessa laughed about something. Sometimes I do funny stuff in between. I don't think. I just do. Here we go. Of course I think. What do you say? Of course I think. My receptionist. Okay. No, I have a drink. Okay. So the third tip I want to give you is the following. I said, friendly local, boo, boo, boo. Go big or go home. Check the color. Check the biggest size. But now it comes. Wave reading wise. We establish when the wave is coming towards us, like this, like a really peaky point. You should do more like a bottom turn, or like driving out and immediately a cutback, because the shoulder needs time to build up. With this kind of wave, we said already, okay, we need speed, and floater, or air, whatever. But a lot of people, probably you as well, sometimes even have problems with recognizing if it's a right or a left-hander. Left-hander means when everyone is surfing to the left. Yeah, you always look from the side, from the ocean, so from the wave breaking part. So when the surfer is surfing to the right, we call it a right-hander. Even if you would look from the beach, this is cool, from the beach to us. Yeah, but I surf to the right, it's still a right-hander. Yeah, same as well. So we call it a left or right-hander. So learn at least right and left in all the languages, because yesterday with my basic French, I said like, oh, nice droite. Droite means à droite, et à gauche. À gauche is left and right. It's cool. They say like, yeah, it was nice. Cool, nice. You have a new friend. What I want to tell you is the active tip you should use is the following: paddling into the wave. When there's a wave approaching, and obviously if you're at the point break, you know it's just going in one direction. Please go into this direction. If it's a right-hand point break, then only surf right, don't surf left into the cliff, and the other way around. But for example, if you're at a beach break means like there are some lefts and some rights, or like A-frames. The A-frame is so cool because you can surf it in both directions. When it's really peaky, you can choose to surf right and left, which is cool because you can surf with Sabrina, your friend, at the same time. You first have to communicate. It's like, you're going right, I'm going left. Okay, have fun, I see you on the beach. That's cool. But imagine you're alone again, like Raphael, yeah, and the beach break is coming, yeah, and the wave and the highest point, and now it comes to active one, the highest shoulder point, it's not broken already. Wait, I have to do a little bit better. So you're outside, woohoo, waiting for a wave. This is your shortboard underneath. Here's a shortboard, fins, yeah. So this is the water line. You're waiting, you're looking, ding, 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 into a wave, and the wave is coming, maybe around here, yeah. It didn't broke already. It will approach towards you. You choose to take the wave. You turn around. You start paddling. When do we start? At least 5 meters before. So you start paddling, and now it comes. When you paddle into the wave, and the shoulder of the wave is on the right, yeah. So that if you're paddling into the wave, so this is your shortboard, and you're paddling, or mid-length, longboard, whatever, and you're paddling, woohoo, paddle, those are your legs, you paddle into this direction, and the highest point, I'm gonna point it like this, look, here it starts already breaking. By the way, this is a drone shot from above. In which direction should you surf? So imagine you're this one, paddling, you look over your shoulder, and then the shoulder of the wave is on the left, but the highest point is on the right. So the highest point is on the right, slightly on the right, because you start always at the peak. You should, yes, Simple Rig says it already, surf to the left. So this is the most active tip I can give you when you start to surf already to to the left or to the right. Always check if the highest point, if you're paddling, if the highest point is on the left hand side of my shoulder, it's a right-hander. Yes, look at it. Yes, take off at the peak, but afterwards you should know it's a right-hander. The same the other way around. If you paddle for a peak, oh, that's beautiful. Look over the shoulder, but it's on the right side, the highest peak. It's nice. Stay at the peak, take off the peak, but it's a left-hander. Okay, guys, I hope you understood everything I taught you in those 45 minutes. It's crazy. Time flies by for me as well. The spot check is important. What kind of things you have to check beforehand to read the waves, understand the sets, the periods, the crowd, what kind of equipment they use. Once you're in the water, check positioning wise. If you take the big ones, how to spot the big ones, different colors, and anticipation at the horizon. Second one is stay to a local close to a local surfer, which is always nice. Imitate him or her, like what he or she is doing in the water. And the third one is once you paddle for the wave, if the highest point is on the right side, it's a left-hander, and the other way around. There are, of course, a lot of in-depth things I cannot teach you in an hour, but because it's live, I still have some cool things I want to teach you. Because I have one question already, I will answer it, and I will give you the present, of course, after you ask me some questions if you want. Sounds fair? Cool. I have a question from here we go, from Instagram. It says, like, how can you practice your skills at home? I have an easy answer to that. The skills at home, I think he or she, I don't know the name yet on Instagram, meant probably for for the surfing skills itself. What I always train with my students is obviously the surf trainer. Surf trainer means a surf skate is always a good option, because with a surf skate, you biomechanically do exactly the same in surfing. But first of all, you should know what you do. I see a lot of people just trying surf skating and then have really bad technique and take this bad technique into the water, and then they wonder why it doesn't work. So first of all, get the surf knowledge, which we explained obviously in the books, because before you should train on a surf skate, you should know how a bottom turn works, and you should know that it's compress, reach, and hold, and this kind of movements in your body. This is the whole purpose why we developed the books, but not only the books. By the way, the main mission for me and Surf Companions, together with Flo and my team behind me, is to improve your surfing. It's not about us or the books. The books and the live workshop and the free YouTube videos and what do we do actually? Everything. Instagram tips, TikTok. We have also TikTok and retreats and one-on-one coachings with me, or online coach. We have even online coaching. You can send the videos towards us when we do a live call like this, and we coach you live. It doesn't matter. I trained so many people already that we were not on the same beach. You know, it's like it doesn't matter what you take from us or take advantage from us. We want to improve your surfing. Very cool, even if I've never been on a board before. So far, looking forward to it. Vanessa, that's so cool. You've never been on a surfboard, and I throw all those vocabularies here. I love it. Thomas will, you're gonna have a blast. But the surfing is a bit like this. You rather like it or you don't like it. Nevertheless, I still have two things for you guys. First of all, the questions. So please ask me. I'm an ISA2 surf coach. Ask me any surf questions which you always wanted to know, or are you curious about. For example, Vanessa, maybe as a beginner, is there one question you want to ask me? Because we still have 10 minutes to do a nice question round. And I have, so how to practice your surf skills at home. First, of course, surf trainer, surf skating. If it's about fitness, I would definitely recommend you guys too, because that's why we developed them. We have a mobility routine. I do it myself because we are not used to go into this position, put our shoulders nice up, because with this arch position we can pedal better. If we like this cram, we call it a turtleneck because you look like a turtle, you actually destroy your shoulder. So every surfer who goes only once or twice a week a year surfing, and you don't work on this posture and the strength and the endurance, like specialized for surfing, I see it a lot of time with my students. They have pain in the shoulders and everything. But like I said, we developed small online courses which I use myself and are there for you. I will give you the gift in a second because I still wait for some questions. If you don't have questions, just let me know. It's also fine. You don't have to. It's not a must. We're not in school. What I wanted to say, it would mean a lot, of course, if you tell a friend what we're doing here, and because the whole mission from us is to improve your surfing. Write me an email, a DM, any kind of contact, and write me maybe the next topic for October. Maybe Vanessa, after learning to surf, she's super stoked and wants to learn about certain topics, for example, surf fitness, whatever, or nutrition, or what are the next steps. So I love to give you workshops, but I want to ask you guys as real surfers or learning surfers to tell me what kind of topics you're interested in. Sounds fair, huh? Instead of I just give you like teacher style. No, it's about you guys. Can't decide between Smoothstar and Calculus. Suggest 31 for my size and weight, but I feel like I have a rather large stance. Any tips? Elsa, Smoothstar. Yes, I'm sponsored by Smoothstar because in my eyes, it's one of the top-notch surf trainers. But Elsa, if you already feel you have anyway a larger stance, rather go too long instead of too short, 100%, because the too long won't hurt you. Yeah, that 1.5 inches. So I would rather go for the bigger ones. What I could recommend is go on Smoothstar. Smoothstar is a surf skate brand, by the way, everyone. Go on their website and maybe check one of their coaches, which are in the area, and then you can try them out. Because the coaches have a lot of, like me as well. So I have more than one board with me. Now I have only 2 boards, but in the surf camp, usually I have more than 10 boards, which you can try different length. And get Daniel's prep to surf workshop before you go to the sea. Yes, maybe read this. No, watch this workshop again before you go into the water. Perfect. Nice. Guys, do you have any more questions? Like, I'm here for you now. I have another 8 minutes. If not, I'm ready to give you your present. Are you excited? You should be, because it's not a sell thing. You should don't see it as a sell thing. It's more like I'm super stoked. You don't know what I'm business-wise. You cannot imagine what I went through, like within this 4 years, which surf companions exist and what kind of steps we made. So I'm smiling every day. I'm super happy. Of course, you have some bad days, like every day in life. You cannot have every day perfect waves. But I'm really happy that my team is growing and I have some amazing people who are physiotherapists, mobility trainers, which I developed certain programs. The surf skate course I did myself, but with their help, we developed online courses which helps you in your mobility. I do the routine almost every day myself, and I feel it in my surfing. Or the Get Ready program, which is like a 2 weeks program, which immediately goes into this posture, brings you into this posture and trains on your core stability, which makes you obviously a better surfer. Because out of experience, the worst you want to have is you're on a perfect beach, you have perfect waves, you have also the perfect board, but the only thing which is missing is your fitness. And the thing you have in control is your body, but you don't want to put the work in. yeah, but trust me, guys, we have feedback which is amazing. They do the 2 weeks get ready course, and they feel already like really happy in the water. This is the joy we want to bring you. The courses are only the tools, but I want to give you the when I should transition from. Oh yeah, Vanessa has still a question. Daniel's pro surfing one before perfect thing. No question for me. Thank you, Vanessa. I still have a gift. Stay on it for call. Okay, I have 2 more questions. I will answer them, and then I give you the amazing gift. When should I transition from a foam board to a hard board? Vanessa, you should see it more as a not a transition. I mean, it's more like a tryout. I still surf soft tops. Yeah, over 12, 15 years of surfing, I surf still soft tops when I feel like it. For example, when it's crowded and you want to feel safe, grab a soft top. Yeah, if you have €1,000 board and there's always a dumb guy who bam smashes your board, then you have a ding in your beautiful €1,000 board. Yeah, so why not grab the soft top? Soft top, you feel more safe. So the soft top should be always around you. It's not like, oh, now I'm ready for a hard top, throw it away. No, the hard top should be starting when you can easy do a turtle roll, paddling out with confidence, and going slightly to the right and left. This is the moment where I should say, like, okay, you can also try a nice hard top and you will feel the difference. Not before. If you cannot turn a little bit, if really simple, if you cannot do it on a soft top, you cannot do it on a hard top. Not once again, if you cannot do it on a soft top, so if you cannot turn a little bit on the right on a soft top or to the left, you cannot do it on a hard top, not the other way around. Makes sense? So on a soft top, it's more forgiving, more safe, and the technique has to be perfect to turn. With a shortboard, sometimes you're like, the shortboard goes already where it wants to go, but you did a wrong technique, but you think like, oh, I did an amazing turn. No, technique-wise, stay on the soft top, do the basic. I still surf amazing Vision 8.0 soft tops, which gives me a lot of fun and safety. You can play around. So trying out hard tops first when you can go easy on the right to the left. Paddling out, cool. I hope that was clear. By the way, they're also cheaper. Any tips for cold water surfing and wetsuit recommendation? Wetsuit recommendation, to be honest, environmental and also neoprene. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. Neoprene, the material itself, is not so good for your skin. So I'm a big fan of Ulex or Limestone. Ulex wetsuits, really cool. More brands are using it. Patagonia invented it. So obviously, if you have the money, go for Patagonia because they invented it. Super nice wetsuits. I would also recommend Neat Essentials. Neat Essentials, also using Ulex, but also deeply using Ulex now. I'm a big fan of Ulex because I'm almost every day in a wetsuit, and you don't want to harm your skin or get irritations because you're neoprene. This is my advice. But for a really cold water wetsuit, I would definitely recommend maybe a wetsuit with a hoodie inside. So I think it's a 543 or something. At least a 5.4 and with big booties, 100%. A brand, Surface is really good, but like I said, almost every brand has cold water wetsuits. I would recommend, I'm not surfing so much in really cold water, only in the winter, Portugal and North Spain, which is not so cold, for example, like Holland or whatever. Any tips for cold water? I hope that was cool, Torben. Paddle out by two big waves. How to come back to the beach? Easy wipe out to catch a wave? Oh yeah, good question, Daniel. Cool. So if it's really big waves and you want to come in, like back to the beach, like I said, big waves, it's also a lot of current going out. It's really hard to paddle against the current back to the beach. What you should always do is try to catch a white water back to the beach. Whitewater means you have to go be somewhere where the big waves are, but you have to see it more like this. Here's the beach and here are the big waves. You want to catch a wave to go back. What I recommend is wait a big set. Yeah, try to wait after a big set and then paddle from the lineup. Paddle in, really close, as close as you can, because if you get a smaller wave, you can catch the small wave and be at the beach. But if you're already here and the big wave breaks, it should be broken. The white water pushes you back to the beach. Yeah. So the easiest way is to try to come somewhere in front of the white water, to pushes you and glides you to the beach. It's the most easiest way. You kind of body surf, which is cool. What do you think about deeply wetsuits? Thomas, I just got a Ulex deeply wetsuit because my friend got a deeper and so on. I haven't surfed with it because it's a for free, but in North Spain, we have an ambassador trip. Guys, stay up to date on our Instagram, what we're up to, because our ambassador is amazing and our team is growing. So I will keep you up to date about it deeply. I'm really happy with my Neat Essential. I haven't surfed it, so I cannot say it's something about it. Cool, very good input. Thank you very much. How's the durability of non-neoprene-based wetsuits? Auctus, cool question. The first Patagonia I bought, the 3.2, I was not happy because between your legs it ripped really quick and so on, but they had long life warranty, so I got a new one. They got better, like because of it's the same with the iPhone 1, it's like now you have iPhone 15. Of course they will get better and develop. Yeah. I have to admit there is no wetsuit on earth which is 100% perfect in everything, especially not when you surf a lot of times. So Flo, for example, has a Patagonia for I think more than 4 or 5 years, but he serves, let's say, 2 till 6 weeks in a year, which is fine. He also had to fix it once a little bit, but it's perfect. It's working, So durability is also the same as a neoprene. Neoprene can also go really quick damage and the other way around. So I didn't see a difference in, oh yeah, the Ulex goes, bam, totally damaged within a week or so. Hope we see us together in October. Yes, Thomas, I'm planning on it. Will be in Erzere. Neat Essential are fantastic. Like, yeah, Excel is also nice. Oh, cool. Surf trip in Spain. When is it going to happen? Hey, Vanessa, it's a surf trip with the ambassadors. We have a team of surf companions, like we call it ambassadors instead of team riders because it's a little bit different. And we're going to be in North Spain on the 7th of October. By the way, guys, if you look for any physical coaching with me, like one-on-one coaching or visual coaching, like video coaching in your surf skating or surfing, write me in DM, an email, and whatnot. You can check out. By the way, guys, before you leave, you get still the present. Wait a minute. They don't have it in my size. Also, picture wetsuits are friendly. Yes, pictures, they use, for example, recycled neoprene, and they mix it now, which is cool. Neither LT or XL. Yeah. Okay, guys, it's ready for the present. I'm super stoked about it because I want to give you a present because you take the time at 9 o'clock on a Thursday evening to be here and learn and progress your surfing, because surfing is a journey. It never stops learning, but I can guide you with our, let's say, products, with our tools. It doesn't matter with the books or with our courses. So there is a rule in Germany. I would love to give you a discount on the books, but I cannot. It's not allowed because in German you have a Buchpreisbindung. In English, I don't know the word, but it's just not allowed by law. But what I can give you is a big discount on all our courses, and I make a special website for you guys. So have a look in the chat. I will share this website only for you. It's not official on our one. Boom. Just click on it and you would get, let me know if you can click on it. And you get 30% off on all our courses. So if you want to work on your surf mobility, then get a surf mobility course, surf skate course. If you want to do the get ready course, which are all there, then get the get ready course, but you get all 30% off. Doesn't matter if you only buy one or all together, like you get 30% off if you use the Progress 30. Just write it here, Progress 30 in the checkout. It only counts for one day, so 24 hours from now on. So go on this website or go on our normal website and use this checkout code. But I'm not sorry, but for you, I would also give you % on the books, but it's not allowed. Yeah, otherwise I would do it. By the way, if you have more questions, write me an email and DM and whatnot. I look so much forward to see you guys live again next month in October, and let me know about what kind of topic you want to learn or what you want to see. By the way, I always love to get input from you guys, real surfers, about maybe behind the scenes about anything, or questions about the surf companions, whatnot. Maybe we have to do a reel about certain things. I'm stoked. I'm happy. And I cannot imagine that almost every time we have more than 28 people live here. This is like a whole classroom of people who are interested in what we're doing, and which makes me really, really happy. Paulina, big thanks you guys. Thank you very much. And yeah, maybe we see us on the beach, if not live. And yeah, we keep you posted on live on our YouTube videos, Shorts, TikTok, and of course Instagram. Instagram is the biggest one we have. It's really nice. It will purchase this goes right away. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a special gift for you guys. And yeah, or I see you then in the online course, Elsa. Guys, thank you so much. Share this, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.